Sawasdee. For those of you who just joined us, please allow me to introduce myself again. I'm Pujanat Patanacharan. I'm the Executive Director of the Thai-Swedish Chamber of Commerce. So today, the impacts of the global COVID-19 pandemic are still lingering. But it is quite clear that this crisis will impact on how we view and must plan and design cities, physically, technically, and socially. So the pandemic has already significantly altered the urban life, with the number of people moving around has dropped significantly to low levels. And working remotely has been the new norm for many workers. Now, as we continue to adapt and mitigate and maybe even normalize the pandemic, the fate of millions of people and businesses who make urban centers their homes and work is still up in the air. So these changes have raised the question on how our smart cities should be planned, built, and be sustainably resilient. For Sweden, in view of becoming a fossil-free welfare state, and in the context of Thailand, considering that Thailand's recovery strategy focuses on bio, circular, and green economy. So it is my pleasure today to welcome our esteemed commentators to the pitching session for the Smart City session to give us the expert comments and feedback on the many interesting presentations on the smart properties and smart technologies. So may I please welcome Mr. Jirapat Janjersak from the SCG Cement Building Materials. He is an innovator of new and growth businesses in various industries. So a blend of technologist, engineer, investor, storyteller, and a motivator. He succeeded in setting up 3 companies, managed a 45 million CVC fund, and led operations in the region and well recognized in Thailand and overseas startup ecosystem. So please welcome Kun Jirapat.
All right. Thank you. Very glad to be here in the Thailand and Sweden sustainable development. I wish that I could use my experience to help with those startups both from Thailand and Sweden in succeeding in what the business that they're doing. Very glad to be here. Thank you.
Thank you. May I please also welcome Kun Nathasak Rotanapishet, who is the independent director from the CIMB Thai.
Thank you, Kap. I spent the last 21 years with Oracle Corporations, and my background is pretty much in the information technology areas, all the way from consulting to running a hardware company to running a software company in Thailand and across the regions. And over the last couple of years, after I left Oracle, I'm on the board of a number of companies, including the bank here, CIMB Bank. Thank you. Looking forward to.
Thank you. Mr. Magnus Ågerberg, the chairman of PropTech Sweden.
Yes, hello. Thank you for having me. Thank you for having me. Yeah, I have over 20 years of experience in corporate real estate and PropTech. I'm also the chairman for PropTech Sweden and a board member at PropTech EU, European Union's Association for PropTech Companies. Thank you.
Thank you. May I please welcome Ms. Katrin Johansson, the community manager of for startups for Ignite Sweden.
Yes. Hello, and so nice to be here. I'm actually quite new at Ignite Sweden, but I have a long history working with startups and scale-ups. So I've seen a lot of startup journeys. I've also worked with business development from a corporate perspective as head of innovation at an international IP law firm. So I've seen both perspectives on trying to make things work in collaboration. And now I represent Ignite Sweden, and we work with collaborations between startups and the private sector or the public sector. So our main goal is to facilitate the collaborations there. And I hope to be able to contribute with some more like market perspective on the pitches, as I'm not a prop tech expert. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Catherine. Could I please welcome Kun Gawipan Iem Sagunratka, the chairman of the KE Group.
Okay. สวัสดีนะครับ My name is Kawipan. So we run the property management firm and property asset management and property management firm in Thailand, and also we're growing overseas into the US and other country. So we are also the founding partner with the Plug and Play Thailand in the Smart City channel. So hopefully we can give you some advice, not some advice, but some comments and some of the local market here. Thank you.
Thank you. Could I please welcome Mr. Henrik Arnström, the Director of Innovation for Skanska Commercial.
Thank you. It's a pleasure to be here today. I'm really looking forward. I work for Skanska, a global construction and development company. I've been with the company since 2008 in various positions. All the time they're working through our commercial development stream. So I worked in the Nordic market, but also in the US market for a little bit. Since New Year's, I'm head of innovations within our commercial development stream to speed up the process of partnering with
recording in progress
with partners to help us meet our high set goals and standards when it comes to climate, but also in customer satisfaction. We can see that digitalization and PropTech is really taking a big step into what we do in our business, and I'm here to learn more. We learn all the time, and I'm curious to listen in to what can be learned from Thailand, but also the Swedish companies. So really looking forward. Thank you.
Thank you very much. May I then please welcome Kun Nawarat Athanukun, who is the CEO of Crest, Kernel, to pitch from the Thai company. Thank you.
Did my screen display well?
Yes.
Okay, let's get started. Hello, everyone. My name is Nawarat from Crest Kernel. We are a startup company specialist in computer vision software. Today, I would like to present you our product named Deep Auto. The Deep Eye is a security automation platform using computer vision and deep learning technology. The basic idea is to monitor and send notification alert when any suspicious scene is detected in real time. There are three main building blocks of the Deep Eye. The first one is the facial processing. The next one is the object recognition. And the last one is the semantic analytics. And there are three major areas that Deep Eye built for. The first one is for the resident, such as the elderly for monitoring. Secondly, it is suitable for automotive, such as roadworthiness monitoring. And finally, the third one is the public area security surveillance, which mostly are wide area and not suitable for human guard. But for today, due to limited time, I would like to focus only the Deep Eye for automotive. Also, because it had a minimum viable product ready for the going public in the next year, and the product named Deep Auto, which is the deployment of the Deep Eye in vehicle. So you may have a question that why we interested in this dash camera. It is because there are many benefits of installing dash camera in a car. The first one is we found that more than 40% of argument to court are reduced by evidence from dash camera. Also, by legal, anyone who has a dash camera installed will get a lower premium discount up to 10%. And lastly, the evidence from dash camera revealed that more than 95% of fatal accident causes by driver. So this address importance of someone might want to own a dash camera in their car. But you may ask what is the point of inventing another dash camera? Is it because there are unsolving problems exist in the market? The first one is that in case of the memory card get lost or damaged by any reason, all data gets lost forever as well. Secondly, when you want to find a camera scene, it is painful because you have to open each video one by one manually. And lastly, in case of the accident, sometimes the camera itself also get destroyed. So you also lost your data as well. So we invent an AI dash camera called Deep Auto, a dedicated view of deep eye security automation in deployment of the automotive. There are three key features I would like to address. The first one is the computing speed. As computer vision is a computational intensive process, the Deep Auto is built with 1 trillion operations per second. That made it possible to run complicated algorithms in real time. Secondly, even though it has powerful computational capacity, but it consumes very little power of less than 1 watt per hour. And the third feature I would like to present is that it's what designed for any system integration, like a data integration by cloud computing. And this is a visualization of the Deep Auto. On the upper left, you can see camera feed from the device, which including ability of the object recognition. On the upper right, this is an instant messaging notification that when any violate driving safety is found, such as over speed limit. And on the bottom of the screen, it visualizes the communication of the Deep Auto to external system for data integration using MQTT protocol. And this is an example of integrating Deep Auto into ODB2 reader. We can build a dashboard that supports multiple vehicle information display at the same time. So you can see all vehicles in your fleet at a glance. And during these 3 months, we not only build the product, but we also explore the market opportunity as well. We now partnership with the Panat Mobility, which has helped us accelerate our sales by distributing our product to their existing customer. We currently have a confirmed traction that up to 3,000 accounts. And in terms of the business, we have 3 target sectors. The first one is the supply chain and logistics business, which mostly safety driving is a major concern. The secondly target customer is an insurance brokerage company that they will gain more information and more accurate of the insurance premium calculation. And the third target is general private use, such as for taking care of the family member. However, by our design, there are parts that require more improvement. By the financial projection, we're currently looking for $1 billion investment, which will be break even within 3 years. More profit largely come from the large number of the base customer on complementary service. And the use of funds, we will allocate 60% on hardware production and 40% for employment and marketing and sales. And lastly, may I introduce our team? The first one is myself. I have 20 years programming experience, and Mike is our person who mostly do the coding, and Ice also has a talent in 3D design modeling of the hardware case. And lastly, to the Professor Akarapong, who is our key person on business strategic planning and financial consultancy. And that is all about the Deep Eye I would like to present to you today. Thank you for your attention.
Yeah. That was a very interesting presentation on the new smart technologies. Really, really relevant. So may I please invite the commentators to ask questions?
I'm sorry, I'll go first. Is your target customer consumers or fleet operators? Because the pain points of me as a car owner and the fleet operators are different.
Yeah, we mainly divide into three sectors. The first one we would like to focus is the B2B business. The business here, I mean logistic business, because the safety of driving is their major concerns.
But the pain point that you started off, like lost
Yes.
card, cannot find the scenes or destroy cam.
Mm-hmm.
So those are not the pain points of the fleet operators.
They sometimes did, because sometimes when they have an accident and they would like to find the video, it is not easy to look through the video, because sometimes the driver just throw away the memory card, or sometimes because of the accident, the memory also gets destroyed from the accident. So this device will help solving this problem by uploading data into the cloud.
All the time, so that means you need a lot of data.
Yes, we actually, the concept we built for 5G, which will require a huge data storage, but we can limit, like for the small package, just storage up to 14 days, or maybe bigger storage for a half month or 1 month. This can be negotiated.
And I have a question. So what's your main market? Like where are your target markets looking like the coming 5 years?
The main targets, there are three main targets. The first one is the business, the logistic business who have a lot of car in their fleet, and they would like to monitor their driver behavior. That is the first market. And the second market is the insurance company. They will gain more information about each driver, so they have more information to calculate the insurance premium more accurate.
And looking at geographics, since we are Sweden, Thailand here today, is it specific countries you are going for, or how's your vision there?
No, we actually build intentionally for other countries as well, because most of the problem here also exists in another country. Only one thing that we need to rebuild for each country is the sign recognition of the traffic sign, but that is not a difficult task for us.
Okay. And just one more thing, I saw that you will also could work with residents, and speaking like from the Swedish market, and as we are working with the public sector, we see a lot of needs for things that are startups that help to monitor elderly people. So I think like for Scandinavian market, we get older and older, and we live quite far from our elderly people. So like all tech that has a solution to that is very interesting for Scandinavian market.
Actually, the point of this product is the data integration. The main idea of the product, we actually sell the data. For example, in the car, when an accident or any driving safety violence detected, we send this information to the party or to external API in real time. Also, for the elderly care, when we found that, for example, we found that someone fall down, we send the instant messaging to the family member instantly, or to the hospital instantly for help.
That's great. Thank you.
Okay.
Coming back to the main business, which is the fleet operator. So apart from, I didn't catch it quite well. Apart from streaming up the video, the images to the cloud, just to prevent the loss. What else does this dash cam do for me as a fleet operator? What are other benefits that I would get from this rather than just any normal dash cam?
Actually, the difference is that it has object recognition integrated into the dash cam. So not just the video feed that upload to the server, you also get report from the computer vision and image processing. For example, the driver driving speed at 80 km per second, where the sign said that you cannot drive over than 60. Or for example, you violate the parking area. There are signs that said you cannot park here, but from the dash camera, it detected that you violate the law. Or you drive to somewhere else that are not in the routing for sending the goods. Also has another feature such as like a driving support, like a drowsiness detected. When the device detected, it can just like to alarm or to wake up the driver. So it's more than just feeding video to the server, it also helps driving as well.
Okay, let me ask some question. What is your product and your business plan? What is the competitive advantage compared to other similar product? Because you have the computer graphic, you have the the cloud, but it's easily copied by others. So what's your competitive advantage?
The difficulty is that to integrate computer vision into the small device and consume very low power. Mostly the product we survey in the market so far, their ability is they mostly just can save or upload video to the cloud. But for the processing and accuracy, it's not much. It's still heavily low accuracy on the product in the market right now. So our core competency is about the crafting of the computer vision algorithm to have very high accuracy of the object recognition and scene analytics. And also in the computer vision, there are another problem that has that require more expertise to solving, such as sometimes the camera frame has very low resolution, such as your object stay very far from the camera. We have our specific algorithm to improve the quality of image before getting processed.
So do you have any patent on this, algorithm, the hardware, the software, or anything?
For the hardware, we actually buy the almost finished from the factory and give them a customization of build. We currently on progress of the patent registration, but from the software side, by Thai legal, we cannot do more than just registration, like a literal registration.
Okay.
I got a question. Thanks for a great presentation. Have you explored the possibilities to use the data collected to sell to other parties than being used for the specific consumer? I'm thinking about selling it to, say, Google or whatnot, for them to get information about traffic flows, what's going on out there. I believe that could be a lot of big data that you collect that could contain a lot of value.
Yes, we actually have more than 3 target customers in our plan, but due to very short presentation, we focus in just 3. These 3 sectors I told you is something that is the customer that we are going to deploy the next year. For the larger sector, just like Google or police or government, we need more customer base, which may be the 2nd or the 3rd year of deployment.
Great. The time's running out, but how can your hardware be included in autonomous vehicles to add value also?
I think at least we can save people from accident. We reduce the accident and loss from the accidents.
Okay, so thank you very much. Oh, sorry, do you have one last one? Very quick
just
one.
One thing, just have a look at a Swedish company named Mapillary. So they collect the pictures and work towards autonomous industry. And I think maybe you could provide some pictures to them. So just that.
Okay.
Thank you very much for the recommendation. Okay, so we've run out of time on this very interesting pitching session. Thank you very much to you all, especially because in Thailand and Sweden, the road safety is a big issue that we like to drive.